Hey family, lots to talk about, lots to cover here. One more time I'll mention this is that I am only presenting some things from my perspective. I do not wish to change your belief systems or your perspectives. I simply ask that you set aside your belief systems or your disbelief systems just for the purpose of delivery of this message. And if it resonates with you, then fine. And if it doesn't resonate with you at this moment, that's fine too. I'm just putting this out there, right? Okay. So, and I want to also remind you that the sign of true intelligence is the ability to hold two perspectives simultaneously. You know, like the world is flat and the world is circle, right? That's another video. I need to make a note of that. Because there's just so much shit going on right now. I'm going to have to put that in a separate topic, but this one's going to be really short and sweet. Recall that I mentioned earlier in another video, I don't recall which one it was, I wish, but I'll repeat it just in case. Your imagination, your pineal gland, your mind's eye, your third eye, your eye of Horus, your seed and seat of all that's created and manifested in this reality, everything that you see in front of you for your eyeballs to take a picture of is first started here. So watch and be careful and use discernment with what's being programmed in there. When you go to the Hollyweird movie, if you still want to play around with that nonsense, I don't know why you would, but, well, I mean, just if nothing else, to go in there and see where we're at in the phase, right, of this Pachikutik, let's say. But, and this is why there's also a big, huge pineal gland in the plaza of the Vatican, because, excuse me, this represents the pineal gland. This represents the belief systems. This represents the perspective of the collective. And so if they can contain that symbol by way of a monument inside their space with their intentions, you see, intention plus action equals ritual. 1, 2, 3, pyramid shape and all that stuff, right? So, and Hollyweird also, like if your imagination and your belief system and your perspectives and all that was not so incredibly powerful, there wouldn't be so many forces that are trying to vie for control of it, that are trying to compete to capture it. So watch what's being programmed. Remember, when you go into the movie theater, remember everything is a ritual. So when you go into the movie theater, remember, when they tear that ticket, give you back your half of the ticket, that's your half of the contract. That's a ritual. I'm just saying. That anything that is projected into your mind's eye without your sort of filter, without your knowing this while you're sitting in there and having that projected in, to be able to say, oh, really? Is that what you guys are trying to project into the collective consciousness? Well, I see that. Well, thank you for disclosing that. And so now I know whatever counter rituals I need to perform in order to, I don't know, provide a counter to the dystopian future that the majority of these Hollywood movies are projecting at us. Not to mention the limiting belief systems, like all the, what do they call those? Hollywood, it's like they're only putting out these movies on super action, superheroes or something like that. Oh gosh, it's crazy. So watch what's being programmed into your sacred imagination, family, because this is what is going to be manifested. I recommend, rather than allowing something or someone else to program your imagination, that you use it only for you. It's your gift. It's your superhero power. It's your co-creator abilities. So make sure it's clean, make sure it's sacred, make sure it's yours. That's what goes into your imagination. And then I find that the more we exercise this discernment and take back the magic and the power of our sacred imagination, that we will see things begin to unfold without the dystopian future. So let me check my notes. I think that's all I wanted to say on the subject of watch what's being programmed into your sacred imagination. So and I want to give thanks for that truck that just drove by, because he's putting like a dissonant frequency into the field, and that illustrates what I'm trying to say. If you allow your sacred imagination to be programmed by others and their ulterior motives, you're going to allow this dissonance in the field. So do as you wish, family, but I'm just saying, if you want your dreams to come true, if you don't want a dystopian nightmare to unfold, if you have your own heart's desires and intentions and dreams that you want to see unfold, it's best to just have your field clean and clear with nothing other than the intentions and the desires of your sacred heart, without that dissonant frequency, without that outside input. You really don't need that outside input. You don't. It's too much. So, daydreaming, meditation, rites of passage where you go sit up on the mountain for a few days. No food, no water. That kind of stuff. Easy stuff. Well, it depends on your perspective. So watch what's being programmed into your sacred imagination. That forms the basis for the reality that all of us will eventually experience. So that's it for that subject. Moving on to the next. Ciao for now, family. Until we see you in the dream world.